He's tackled into 20.
Play action, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
And the Raiders have got him. Lone Nichols in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting...
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Play action. It's Fields. Open man. He finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago.
A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Bears are on the board first here in Vegas.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Melvin Ingram. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one by the line of scrimmage.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Fields now to throw.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Justin Fields
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Bears are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Edwards. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen.
And the Raiders are going to get it back here just past the 45.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, and now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
That's into the hands of Edwards. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings, so for some reason it builds up. For this guy, day game.
60 Bison.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep.
This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all lining up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From the end zone, here comes Herbert.
The Bears take over first and 10. Now they're on 17-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now back to throw. He's going to let it go again. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to work this down at about the 32-yard line. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The Raiders at 500, 7-7 on the year. And they're coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. George Kittle, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On first down, it's Fields. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting us inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Bears.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. They'll find Jones again, complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Out of the gun, Fields. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on first and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on fourth down. The first three, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. First and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on third.
Could play an exotic coverage.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Taken from about the 12.
In a game like this, you're fighting, you're scratching, you're clawing, you're hammering away. That return has the feel of maybe cracking the rock and giving them a chance to get a big-time advantage.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now on 2nd and 13. Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the 3rd quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in position to win.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And it finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On play action, Fields. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the 1st down sack. Fields looking downfield for Jones. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Velus Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears are back within a score.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
2nd and 6. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Big loss here as he's taken down. Max Crosby able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Pressure again, and down he goes again. Max Crosby dropping him for the 2nd straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on 3rd down. They're certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. He's got room past the 30, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Jacobs with a carry on 1st down as he'll get about 3 there before he's taken down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Let's go now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
He'll drop to throw. He completes it to Ridley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, first down.
That's good. 4
Here's Jacobs from the gun. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Second down, Jacobs once more. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
19 Lions. 18 Rangers. 18 Rangers. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Let's go. Mustang 19.
They'll look to throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Fields. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Bears 28.
So just over 90 seconds to play, and this would figure to be about as critical as it gets here. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is caught. It's Ridley. Touchdown, Raiders. Calvin Ridley, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Raiders are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
That's good. For Las Vegas. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
79 Broncos. Check.
They're going to look to throw. Throwing, completing, quick to Calvin Ridley. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's complete, right back to Ridley. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. George Kittle, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads.
I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it on my own. Keep my way